WealthLab 8 users, Glitch here. Today, let's talk about what's new in WealthLab 8 build 68 and a couple things in build 67. So let's get started. First of all, in build 67, we introduced a new method for WealthLab 8. It was available in WealthLab 6 and was requested by a few of our users, so we brought it back for WealthLab 8. And it is the good old SetPaneMinMax method. So if we go to that method here in our quick ref and open the example code, which will automatically execute, we have this nice chart here now of RSI with overbought and oversold areas colored in. But one thing we'll notice is that the vertical range of this chart goes from 0 to 100. It doesn't automatically scale with the RSI data. So, if I kind of scroll through here, normally if I open a chart and drag over the RSI, let's make it an RSI 5, just like we have there. You see that the range of the pane automatically adjusts based on the data. However, with the new SetPaneMinMax method here, we have that coded so that the range of that pane is set to 0 to 100, which can be useful in plotting certain things where you always kind of want to see the full range of values. So the SetPaneMinMax now available in WealthLab 8, a good old WealthLab 6 method coming back. So next, a little addition we did for our building block composer here. Let's create a new building block strategy, and we can drop in a multi-condition group, and let's give it a couple of conditions. Let's use our candlestick pattern here. Let's say we want to trigger when there's a neutral doji, but also when the RSI value is oversold. So we've got both of these conditions must be true for this multi-condition block to resolve. But what if we wanted to specify these two conditions can have occurred, say, anywhere within the past 5 trading days? Well, we can now drag a qualifier, for example, within the past n bars, like right onto the multi-condition block. So multi-condition blocks can now accept qualifiers. So this block will resolve to true if any point within the past 5 bars of data, both of these two conditions resolve to true. So that's new for build 67. Now let's go to build 68, where we have a nice new condition building block. And I want to thank Dr. Koch for all of his great suggestions that have percolated to the top of the wish list. Thanks a lot, Renee. So all of your great suggestions have improved WealthLab 8 a great deal, and that also goes for this new condition building block here. So I'm going to create a new building block strategy, and I'm going to say we'll leave it buy at market, and we will say let's sell after a certain number of bars. Let's say we'll sell after maybe 20 bars. All right, but we want to add a condition, and we have this new condition here now. Symbol ranking by indicator. So let me drag this over here. So what this is going to do, and I'm going to run this on a portfolio. This won't work for a single symbol. Well, it will work. It'll always return true. But the purpose of this is to run it on a portfolio backtest. So here I'm running it on the Dow 30. And this is going to take the indicator that you specified here. So the default is RSI 20. Let's change it to RSI 5. So it will generate the RSI 5 on all of the symbols, and on each bar of data, it's going to sort all of those symbols by that indicator value. And it will resolve to true if the current symbol is ranked within the top or bottom 5, or whatever number you specify there, of the data set. So what this is going to do now is take the 5 symbols that have the lowest RSI 5, and it will only include those in my by call. So let's go ahead and run that. And let's take a look at the positions. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries that occurred on the first bar of data that was processed, January 15, 2014. And if I double click there, I could see, the RSI at this bar was only at 12, so that was quite low. Let's see here for AXP, like the RSI here was at 7, so also quite low. So it took the 5 symbols in the Dow 30 that had the lowest RSI, and it resolved to true only for those. So let's take a look at our equity curve here. So we could see this kind of profit here of 10% annualized. Let's just quickly see what would happen if, instead of taking the ones with the lowest RSI, we take the ones with the highest RSI. Let's see if that made any impact. And we see the profit is reduced quite a bit. So as we keep, kind of coming back over and over again here, that for these kind of short-term systems, it's best to buy low and sell high. So buying the oversold stocks generated a better profit than buying the ones that were already overbought. So there we go, this new portfolio level building block. And this is possible now because we enhanced our API for creating building blocks. They can now inject code into the pre-execute and post-execute method. So if I open the code for this, we see that it generated a pre-execute method here in the strategy, and that's why it was able to do this sorting and ranking. So an extension to our building block API and this new building block that takes advantage of that API extension. So that's it for Build 68, everyone. Hope to see you all on the forum, and let's see what other great wish list items will get implemented next in WealthLab 8. Take care, everyone.